Alright. We're back. Time to, looks like it's time to start the trial again. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh. Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Great. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Ah, yes. Yeah, Luna Knights. That was what I found out fighting Marissa. Using the snail time can get you through that Master Spark much easier. Yeah, to slow down time and then like slide through it when you see the gap during it. That was what I found out anyway. The Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Oh, yeah, I guess so. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Yes. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if he'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Oh, great, him. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob. ROFL. Oh, he is gonna have no tolerance for this. I can already tell. Salmonella, I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Okay. I was at the studios for around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Indeed. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Died that morning. Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all day. Sad face. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you could believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Well, why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, thus the limp. Which of course led me to me missing my lunch. ROFS. ROFS? Rolling on the floor, starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? Deboned steak, the assistant cooks some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. I had to be in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a little... Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak. Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. The meeting till 4. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and say, Mr. Manella, the scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Could you believe it? I probably can. Actually, I can't. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break. Yeah, neither one. Sweats? What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. Okay. Is this... Okay, no, yeah, I think... We need to press him a little harder on lunch, I think. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention him. Mr. Manella. What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. Yeah, I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. Yeah, because he said before they didn't take any breaks. I'll press on that one a bit more. Before... Well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Yeah, not a one. Is he sweating? Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. There we go. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops! Or ROFL. Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, good job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, he's still pretty confident. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, ROFL. Yeah, but it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Indeed. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Took a break. What time exactly did you take this break? I say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. Well, what a coincidence, the same time of the murder. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and came back. I guess it's possible, time-wise. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right, the other one was D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not really. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, I mean... What else do we have? If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial's over. Yes, exactly. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might be right. You might say that. Alright, I got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 o'clock, the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. What? You're right. Again, okay, again, stupid video game logic, but still, it doesn't look like it should have been that hard to walk around it. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Somehow I feel no desire to contradict him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright. Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Aw, shit! What, really? I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? No, you can't be serious. Very well, this court's opinion on this case is as follows. We found that there were several other people in Studio 2 the day of the murder. However, it's also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that's lacking is decisive evidence that he's the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we'd have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh, it's the kid, isn't it? Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone's in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Alright. What are we gonna find out? Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense may cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Oh, really now? Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. He can't even see over the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. You guys and your donuts. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Oh, hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen as well. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. A new digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Okay, here we go. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked, right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Okay, I think I know what to press him on, though. If I had my camera with me. Did he not have his camera? If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera, then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? The Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? Out came the... What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know, he was kind of far away. Huh, he's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. Oh boy, this isn't looking good. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. He always carries it. I want to say that's what I want to push. Cody, what you just said seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Yeah, why, if he was, again, if he were going in to watch this, why would he not have brought his camera? Cody, you shouldn't lie there. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you! Uh-oh, was I putting on the pressure too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Really, Judge? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. Well, back in the day, I guess. How do I explain that? I mean, how long is it... Do they even have cameras that... where you develop film anymore? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Were you now? Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Because I remember what he said before. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Oh, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Remember what he said before. I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No! Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How is he dressed? Yeah, if it was the evil magistrate, you would think that he would have mentioned this already, right? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And then what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice! And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap! Something like that. No spear? He didn't use the spear on him? He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops! How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Oh, whoa, hey. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow, which he said he always takes a picture of. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Could you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're onto the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Okay, do we need to show the evidence? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai's won. Here's my proof. Proof? Oh, did I fuck up? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I'll ask you the question again. We've ascertained the young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax? He couldn't watch it? Or was he watching something else? He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Oh, damn it. Probably. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Okay. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? Damn it, what? Okay, maybe... Okay, wait, his camera. Was he fumbling with the... He still doesn't know how to use it. So is he fumbling with that? Yeah, here's my proof. Okay. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received his camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I am aware of that too. Oh! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye! Oh, what's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying clearly. Smart of you to realize there's no way he could just stand there, watching his hero, and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So, you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera, and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. And that's all that happened. Yep. Well, that doesn't tell us much. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? No, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. But why is he not telling us about it? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Oh, wow! This feels great. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Why is that? You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Is this what we have to present him with? Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. Perfect collection. Yeah. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe you just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai's won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Yes, that is unusual, isn't it? Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in his album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait! No way. Did you just realize something? Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Nia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell him, Phoenix. Tell him what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai lost, didn't he? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witnesses revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! Or I will have order! Witness! Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai is the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we've all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? The Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what actually happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Mrs. Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit? Hops! Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? He does have a picture. Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. No! Here, this is it. Huh? Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? Is he in front of Studio 2, though? Not Studio 1. I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. This is it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency. Okay, there it is.
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Oh yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees where I'm getting at. But But that's impossible! What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Oh, Judge. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime.
Take that!
Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path is blocked, no filming is done there. The path of the trailer was blocked. So we've heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed the murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
Objection!
What now? This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Okay, wait. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Oh, now they're so surprised. Suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Yeah, the sleeping pills.
Take that!
This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Yeah. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test his Powers' fingerprint the bottle? An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimonies revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Ms. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. We found only the Prince of Phoenix right. You are guilty, sir. Well, I hope Phoenix was careful in handling evidence in that manner. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Whew. Okay. Another trial day gone. Oh, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Thanks for the vote of confidence, guys. Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you will find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Huh, okay. Only what now? That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Oh, you're back to... Oh, Maya. Okay, you're back. So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now, all you need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Yeah, probably where this whole, you know, it feels like in this series that the accused is presumed guilty until proven innocent as well, rather than the other way around. I wonder if that has anything to do with this also. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Yeah, I know. It is good that the games let me save at any time, especially at a point where I might not be so certain about my, my predictions. Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go to talk to WP. Powers, right? Okay, maybe... Yeah, let's go do that. Anything... Hey, Wolverine. Anything you can tell us? Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Well, there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Ms. Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. Okay, that sounds suspicious. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Rumors of what? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Anything we can show here? There's that picture again. Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit? He's the only one it could have been. But why would he... Yeah, why? You're the medium. Why don't you summon Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? No, give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively. Oh, that's the spear that broke or something during their morning run, though. Yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, we heard. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? Never seen these steel samurais in my life. Those are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know. Aww. Oh. You again. Hello. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah? I bet we can even eat these donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Oh, she's live. Oh, your shining presence. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's a soft pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Ah, he's one of those. Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you dragged his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. Listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. If you say so. Check the employee area again. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see him film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Ah! No touching! Oh, great. It's Dick. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. I didn't mean... I almost had a heart attack. Guess I can be a little dramatic at times. Guess it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Okay, so you're going off my my base that Powers was drugged. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? Their traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Dun dun. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. Does that mean you're pregnant? Wait, no. So the food on this plate had been laced with the sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? Tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Oh? How so? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Ow. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. Okay, so he did drug Powers. So that means, yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Oh, hello. Hi, Penny. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? What? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Really? I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. What rumor? The rumor? Yeah, Ms. Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. Did she now? She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? This is interesting. An accident 5 years ago. Yes, in Studio 2. That trailer there was part of the film set. Could you tell us what happened? Sorry. I don't think I can. They really don't want us to talk about it. Shit. But what do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find new heroes to follow. No, that can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh. Should we show her this?
Take that!
And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. Fox turned into a hardcore porn channel so gradually I never even noticed. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me, what is it that Global Studios is so intent on hiding? It seriously sounds like there is a big cover-up here. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Ms. Oldbag. Oh, does she? She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Okay, there is definitely some kind of conspiracy going on here. Some kind of cover-up. Wait, you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Why do you think... Who do you think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! She's starting to throw off at the mouth, Nick. Maybe you should keep a safe distance. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh boy. Triggered. Who told? Who'd you hear that from? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? The whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. Suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume, Actually, I do. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume.
Take that!
Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What is that? What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer has some sleepless nights. Some sleepless nights. Where's your proof he used those pills on Powers?
Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yeah, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Now we gotcha. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a picture of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Oh, really? She silenced that paparazzi. In what way, I wonder? That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph. What's this? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of the stairs. Here. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. And he got impaled on that, on this thing. Oh. But how'd you get this? I understand. The plot thickens. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him? Like the director or the producer? Don't know. Wait. Hello, Vasquez. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hello! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. Well, she's not exactly being polite in return, is she? I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me! I know it! Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? You must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. I like that. Okay. Okay, that's... Okay, a lot... Is this the same stuff? Shall we go inside? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. Guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I've seen that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance, with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. Somebody has a real fixation here. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god! That movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer is a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? I wouldn't mind seeing that, actually. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on these sets. This is where they had the meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. The glass is frosted. Can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Brace yourselves. Was that everything in here? Okay, this is what we saw in the photograph. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah. Trailer doors unlocked. Okay, I guess not. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. So they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something feels odd. What am I supposed to be... no. Wait, maybe we have to show her... Ooh, this. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Oh. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Ms. Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. The conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Yeah. Sure, let's go on inside with her. All by ourselves. This is gonna go so great. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? It wasn't an accident? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. Okay, that could mean one of a couple of things. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. The one that we just gave her. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Oh, shit. Yeah, they said she has ties to the Mafia, doesn't she? Yeah, this was not a smart move, Phoenix. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Aw, shit. Hold it right there! Oh, Dick, you are... Thank God. You're... Good timing. Heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. One of the rare times you can yell dick and mean in a good way. Yes, indeed. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Oh, that's cool. You're one of the good ones. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Oh, well, Nick? It looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. Yes, it does. And who's at the bottom? Who do you think? D. Vasquez, yes. Okay. I guess, again, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll, hopefully, finish off this case. See you in a few.